Welcome back to XRP Insider, your trusted source for the latest crypto market updates. Today, we're diving into some XRP rocket news with a headline that's absolutely shaking up the entire XRP community. We're doing an explainer on Ripple's CTO David Schwartz's massive reality check regarding that viral $10,000 XRP price prediction. And listen, what he's saying here might completely change how investors look at XRP's future. Because when someone like David Schwartz speaks, the market listens. His comments aren't just opinions. They're grounded in how real financial markets actually behave. So let's get right into it.
For years now, we've all seen this incredibly bold prediction floating around social media claiming XRP could eventually hit a staggering $10,000 per coin. Now, to be fair, this isn't just some random number pulled out of thin air. It's often backed by these super complex valuation models, like the ones linked to analyst Chris Burniske, using formulas that calculate future prices based on global economic activity, the velocity of money, and total supply. If you plug all those variables into a spreadsheet, sure, on paper it looks really convincing. But, a spreadsheet will kind of tell you whatever you want if you torture the numbers long enough.
But here's where the reality check comes in, and it's a big one. With XRP currently trading right around $1.37, Schwartz is pointing out a massive, literal, undeniable gap between those speculative internet formulas and what real market behavior is actually doing right now. And when one of the main architects of the XRP ledger steps in to challenge a community narrative, yeah, it is absolutely worth our time to listen and understand why.
Section 1. How markets actually work. Possibility versus probability. Okay, so let's break down how real financial markets actually operate, because this is absolutely crucial. The biggest thing to remember is that markets are always forward-looking. They don't just sit around waiting for something to happen, they price in expectations ahead of time. So on one hand, we've got these theoretical formulas showing what's technically possible for global adoption. But on the exact opposite side, we have market reality. And reality is driven by real investor behavior, actual money on the line, and strict probabilities. The market is basically a real-time voting machine, not just a what-if calculator.
Schwartz brilliantly illustrates this exact point. He basically argued that if serious, rational investors, we're talking the big hedge funds, the massive institutional players, if they believe there was even a tiny 1% chance of XRP hitting $10,000, the price simply wouldn't be sitting anywhere near $1 today. Think about it for a second. These major funds are constantly hunting for asymmetric bets where the upside massively outweighs the risk. If they saw a legitimate 1% chance at those kinds of astronomical returns, the buying pressure right now would be absolutely immense.
Let's look at his hypothetical math here, because it really puts things into perspective. Step 1. Let's imagine there's a widely accepted 1% chance of hitting $10,000 in the next decade. Step 2. Because markets are forward-looking, they immediately price in that expectation based on probability. Step 3. Logically, following that math, the current price would already be sitting somewhere closer to $20 today, not the $1.37 we're actually seeing. The current price is literally telling us precisely how the broader market is grading that viral prediction.
Section 2. The market cap reality. Visualizing the unimaginable.
Now, to really grasp the sheer unimaginable scale required for this prediction to come true, let's just talk about market cap. At roughly $85 billion today, XRP is already a massive, highly successful asset. But if the price went to $10,000 per coin, that would explode its valuation to a level that completely eclipses the rest of the existing financial system. We are talking about a market cap that wouldn't just beat Bitcoin, it would literally rival the GDP of the United States and China combined. Getting to that kind of astronomical valuation isn't technically forbidden by the laws of physics, but think about what it practically requires. We are talking massive, unprecedented worldwide adoption, frictionless integration into banking infrastructure everywhere on Earth, and a total overhaul of global payment systems. In short, it requires a level of global financial transformation that is just light years beyond our current progress.
Section 3. Debunking the magic switch. No secret plans.
So knowing all those hurdles, how do some people justify ignoring them? Well, a lot of folks believe in a shortcut. And Schwartz tackled this specific community rumor head-on, the idea of a magic switch. Let's clear this up right now. Ripple doesn't have one. There is no hidden mechanism. There's no secret backroom treasury system designed to magically, artificially boost XRP's price. Ripple operates within normal market conditions, just like any other company, and they simply do not control the secondary market price of the asset, period.
But wait, what about all the partnerships? You'll often hear people point to the number 1,700 as if it's absolute, undeniable proof of an incoming massive price shock.
That's roughly the number of non-disclosure agreements, or NDAs, that Ripple holds. And man, certain corners of the internet are fully convinced these NDAs are hiding some massive, coordinated, government-level takeover deals just waiting to be announced.
Let's ground this back in reality for a second. A non-disclosure agreement is literally just standard business practice. It is used across every single industry globally to protect sensitive technical and commercial info. Having over 1,700 NDAs is completely 100% normal in the corporate financial world. It just means Ripple is actively working with enterprise partners confidentially. Actually, scratch that. It just means they are doing business properly. It definitely does not mean they're hiding a secret global financial reset.
Section 4, the investor reality check. Grounding expectations.
So, what's the big takeaway from this explainer? Is it that XRP has no future? Absolutely not. Far from it. XRP still has incredibly strong fundamentals. We're looking at a massive daily trading volume of roughly $1.6 billion and a totally clear, proven use case in solving friction for cross-border payments. The ecosystem is robust and growing. But smart, rational investing means understanding that technological growth happens in steady stages. It does not happen overnight in unexplainable leaps to extreme valuations.
Ultimately, the lesson David Schwartz is imparting here is pretty straightforward. Watch what the market actually does, not just the viral predictions people echo on social media. Hyped up narratives spread fast because they're exciting, right? But expecting extreme price targets when real institutional money isn't behaving that way, that leads to terrible decisions. Long-term success in crypto requires stepping out of the echo chamber because actual knowledge of market mechanics is just as valuable as your timing. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought about your own portfolio. Are you investing based on real-world adoption and actual market mechanics? Or are you just blindly following viral social media hype? Make sure your expectations are firmly grounded in actual market reality so you can navigate the future with clarity rather than just sitting around waiting for a reality check. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep